Today, host mother abducted. Y'all hear about this? The host of the Today Show, her mom was stolen. They stole her mom. I mean, I shouldn't joke about this. This is serious. I'd be really upset. Dollar disorder activated. U.S. dollar E. And there are many famous names in the I'm gonna call them the EP files. Let's just call them EP files. This is the foundation. My name is Sot L, Seeker of Truth L, Speaker of Truth L. We're here February 3rd, 2026, and this is current events. Let's do a dance. I'm not gonna take up too much of your time. Make sure you check out welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list at the very least, blah, blah, right here. You see this? Ooh. All right, so hit the key in the left pane, Foundation Trustee Training. If you have any questions, you can email us, support at welcome to thefoundation.com. But February 13th is the last day that we are doing the half off of the sign up fee. We got it together. I figured it out. It was my fault. I'm just gonna be honest. It was me. It wasn't anyone else's fault. February 13th, 2026. So you have a little over a week to get your things in order because, this was the, new year, new dance special that we were doing. But you have to email us, admin at welcome to thefoundation.com or support at welcome to thefoundation.com to take advantage of the 50% off your one-time startup fee for any tier of Foundation Trustee Training currently. I just want to point out here, you get unlimited monthly calls with yours truly. You actually get my private mobile number. It's not a game. It's not a Google Voice number. It's the actual mobile phone, cell phone, however you want to describe it. In and of itself, especially if you're moving, especially if you are active, especially if you are looking to take the most advantage of your trust knowledge and education, as well as your administration knowledge in your life, I would say the platinum tier is the one you want to do. But with that being said, it's up to you. Email us, admin at welcome to thefoundation.com or support at welcome to thefoundation.com to take care of that. Let's look at silver. Silver got it's a good time to buy. That's what I'll say. People are buying, but we did have, it's over a 30% correction in silver. And that was to be expected. Dollar cost average, as I say, pick a certain amount every 2 weeks or every month of however amount of currency you can get together and go to a We Buy Gold spot or a coin shop and buy whatever silver that amount of money will get you in that consistent time frame. Dollar cost average, but yeah, silver was, silver did a dance. We had gold did a little dance, but it's going to kick back up. So I suggest that, just start. You just want to start now. Speaking of start now, dollar disorder could be a wake-up call for global investors. Let's do a dance. The dollar, the world's #1 reserve currency, is having a rocky ride as unpredictable White House policy moves and Federal Reserve independence concerns revive the, quote, sell America, end quote, trades. While it is expected to weaken further, sudden rebounds in the greenback can catch traders out just as much as sudden sharp falls, having fallen almost 2% in 1 week in January to 4-year lows, an index measuring the dollar's value against a basket or other major currencies. It's a basket of currencies is what they measured, all currencies against. The fiat currencies are measured against each other, then bounce back, causing metals market mayhem. And I really appreciate how, they tell the truth. It's currency. I'll just leave it at that. Here's a look at the dollar risk, blah, blah. Look, you can look at the chart. It's not looking good. So we got one, metals meltdown, the dollar rebound, or the dollar's rebound in the last two trading sessions following U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to nominate former Federal Reserve Governor Kevin Warsh to replace outgoing Fed Chair Powell, has sparked a metals market meltdown. Gold, which had notched up its best month in more than half a century. Century. I try to add century and January together. Half a century in January. Let me stop playing. Half a century in January. It slumped 5% Monday after its biggest daily fall since the early 1980s in the prior session, though it regained some ground. Today, traders had crowded into popular currency debasement trade that relied on metals prices rising as Fed independence kept the dollar on a steady weakening path. That concept then dropped out of metals markets at lightning speed. Societe Generale said in a client note. Silver and copper also fell sharply. Yep. So here we got number two, wilder currency swings. The almost $10 trillion a day global currency market has become more volatile. A gauge of the most actively traded currency pair, the euro and the dollar exchange rate that measures expected volatility in 3 months' time, hit its highest since July last week. According to Capital Economics, the dollar had become detached from traditional value matrix like the gap between U.S. and Japanese or European interest rates. Yeah, you got that. We have Sell America. Foreign investors own almost 70 trillion. This is the real thing. And they put it at number 3. I guess that's the magic number. It's the treasury bonds. Foreign investors own almost 70 trillion worth of U.S. assets, more than doubling their holdings in the last decade as Wall Street stocks boomed. European money managers are assessing their exposures. A weaker dollar can boost U.S. stocks by increasing the local currency value of companies' overseas earnings and often raises prices of treasuries. The T-bonds, I'm telling you, quote, but disorderly decline could change this relationship, end quote. Bank of America analysts said in a note a disorderly drop would be a 5% monthly loss, which could generate a drastic sell-off of long-dated treasuries. So you're talking about the 30-year treasury and, the 10-year treasury. A wider debasement trade with the dollar falling in tandem with domestic assets was also a risk. Falling in tandem with domestic assets. I'm talking about U.S. assets. U.S. foreign assets and liabilities. Take cover now. Janice Henderson, multi-asset manager Oliver Blackburn, said that he was shifting his portfolios towards a neutral stance to back away from market risk and had cut his exposure to stocks and gold in the last 2 weeks. Quote, if the dollar is more volatile on the back of various pronouncements, then other assets are going to be volatile on the back of that. So we'll just have to get more neutral in the short term, end quote. Divesting of risk. All this means is less purchasing of treasuries. We're going to see more inflation, or the devaluing of the currency, more inflation in prices. Conversely, we got it. That's it. Let's move on. Sheriff, let's jump into it. Sheriff believes Savannah Guthrie's mother was abducted. She did not leave on her own. This is some stuff you see in movies about third world countries. Not in America, United States of America, whatever. This is wild. The mother of the Today Show, man. The Today Show, man. Wow. Savannah Guthrie is still missing after being taken from her home more than 2 days ago, according to Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos, who said the investigation into her alleged abduction is ongoing. She's 84, yo. When asked whether Guthrie was kidnapped, Nanos told CNN, I've been doing this for 50 years. I have a gut feeling. We know she didn't just walk out of here. She did not leave on her own. Yeah, yipes. Yipes. Even more yipes. Clinton's contempt situation is still fluid as GOP presses them to agree to deposition terms by noon. They had to do it today. Leaders said today, the GOP leaders, that it remains possible Bill and Hillary Clinton could face a contempt vote this week for failing to appear for depositions in the oversight committees. I'm going to call them the EP investigation. Remember I said it was going to be the EP, Jeffy P. With House Speaker Mike Johnson setting a deadline to work out the details. The panel is seeking clarification that the Clintons accepted the standard deposition terms outlined in the subpoenas issued to them, transcribed, filmed depositions in February with no time limit, according to a person familiar with the matter. They can have them in deposition for 4 days, man. Why are they being deposed? It's the Jeffy P's, the Jeffy E's, PepsiCo to cut prices of Lay's, Doritos as consumers push back. I don't know. People just buying less stuff. PepsiCo will cut prices on core brands such as Lay's, Doritos by up to 15% following a consumer backlash against several previous price hikes. The snacks and beverage maker said today after top fourth quarter results. As U.S. consumers struggle to afford essentials due to inflation and delayed food stamp benefits, companies such as Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, and Pepsi have lowered entry price points to safeguard market share. Quote, we spent the past year listening closely to consumers and they told us they're feeling the strain, end quote. Rachel Ferdinando, CEO of PepsiCo. The new prices will be on the shelves this week. Man. The packaged food giant has witnessed a pullback in demand after several years of product price hikes. Yeah. I mean, what did you expect? And the consumer pushback is that you're just not buying it. Meanwhile, Walmart hits $1 trillion valuation. Now, that is in U.S. currency, which is, hey, we talked about that earlier. Walmart became the first retailer ever to hit $1 trillion in market valuation today, riding a year-long rally that has seen its shares rise nearly 26%, putting it in the ranks of big tech heavyweights such as Nvidia and Alphabet. The Bentonville, Arkansas, man, because I'll be wanting to say it the other way, but I got checked. Like we don't say Arkansas. I was like, my bad. Based chain has cashed in, cashed in on wealthier consumers choosing the convenience of faster deliveries and flocking to the retailer for discretionary categories such as apparel and furniture. Over the last decade, Walmart stock is up 468% compared to a 264% rise in the S&P 500. So basically, if you bought Walmart 10 years ago, Walmart stock and just held on to it, you'd be up. U.S. households, particularly low and middle income earners, have been under mounting financial strain for some time due to persistent inflation and a cooling job market. I love the language, man. I love the language. Tariffs and uncertainty surrounding the recent U.S. government shutdown have also weighed on spending. So even with all that, it's worth $1 trillion. And I think the reason is because, they just don't see people. There's no real alternative for low prices. If that's what you're looking for, that's too bad. There are many famous names in the EP files. Major headlines from the latest dump of files to convicted defender EP. President Donald Trump, former President Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and the former Prince Andrew, among others. And rightly so, those names are sprinkled throughout the document. Crazy business, but who's surprised? EPs, AVs Alleged victims, meanwhile, were horrified that the Department of Justice posted unredacted images before taking them down, according to the reporting that first appeared in the New York Times. That's terrible. Wow. There are many bold-faced names sprinkled throughout the millions of documents released so far. Some mentions seem to contradict previous statements, such as Elon Musk's apparent desire in an email to attend a wild party on EP's island. Musk denies ever going to the island or attending such a party. Of course, I did not have relations with that woman. I remember Clinton saying that with his little thumb sticking out. There are countless awkward revelations. Martha Stewart trying to get his cell number. Katie Couric talking about some lasagna. Crown Princess of Norway, strange comments about infidelity. New York Giants co-owner Steve Tisch was in pursuit. Bill Gates, subject of salacious draft messages. I mean, let's go. Let's get out of here. It's weird. I need to take a shower. Elon Musk's SpaceX acquires XAI, merging his two most ambitious companies. So the rockets are going to have artificial intelligence. The Teslas, they're going to have artificial intelligence. This man going to have unlimited connectivity throughout the world of all the devices his company makes through his Starlink company. I mean, come on, man. Y'all see this? SpaceX has acquired XAI. The company announced on Monday, merging two of Elon Musk's most ambitious companies into the most valuable private company in the world. Quote, this marks not just the next chapter, but the next book in SpaceX and XAI's mission. The merger could be seen as an indication of the cash XAI needs to compete in the fast-growing field of AI, as well as the technology's importance in future space exploration. SpaceX was valued at 800 billion fiat notes. I'm just playing, but I'm not joking. As of the secondary share sale in December 2025, XAI was valued at 230 billion. As of their most recent funding round in January, according to PitchBook, this is a research firm that tracks the valuation of private companies. So that's over $1 trillion, right? The move also shows the scramble tech giants like Musk's companies are going through to secure more computing resources to power artificial intelligence advancements. Quote, current advances in AI are dependent on large terrestrial data centers, which require immense amounts of power and cooling. The only logical solution, therefore, is to transfer these resource-intensive efforts to a location with vast power in space. AI data centers in space. SpaceX sought permission on Friday from the FCC to launch a constellation of 1 million satellites into orbit. The filing said the aim is to provide a network of solar-powered data centers to accommodate the explosive growth in data demands driven by AI. Musk said he estimates that the, quote, lowest cost way to generate AI compute will be in space, end quote, within 2 to 3 years. Musk is the latest tech leader to call for more computing power in the age of AI. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang told CNBC last year that next generation AI models will require, quote, 100 times, end quote, more power than older models. AI is expected to spike data center power demand by 165% by 2030. This is according to Goldman Sachs. Billions. This is about to be crazy. You know, they're going to rolling blackouts and stuff to keep these. They're going to say, oh, the grid. Watch. Oh, the grid. Mark my words. Oh, it's the grid. It's, the grid. We got to tax you some more to, fix the grid. But really, they're making sure these data centers got their power and you are not primary. Paris prosecutors summoned Elon Musk after raid on X's French offices. Prosecutors in Paris said they asked Elon Musk to appear for questioning as part of an investigation into the distribution of deep fakes and certain content after searching X's office in the French capital. The search was carried out by The prosecutor's cybercrime unit, in partnership with French police's own cybercrime unit and Europol, the office said on X. So they raided the office of the company and then posted it on the company's social media. Wow. A voluntary summons was issued for Musk and former ex-CEO Linda Yaccarino to appear and answer questions about the platform's adherence to French law. The prosecutor's office said it was investigating potential criminal offenses, including complicity in the possession and distribution of bad images of the little ones, you know what I'm saying? The violation of personal rights through the generation of deep fakes with explicit, content, and the denial of crimes against humanity and the alleged fraudulent extraction of data from an automated processing system as part of an organized gang. Quote, the voluntary interviews with the managers should enable them to explain their position on the facts and, where applicable, the compliance measures envisaged. End quote. Prosecutor's office said in a statement. Was the statement on X? It's funny. It's wild. Europe, they different. They're different in their prosecution and how they look at, stuff that I don't know if they have freedom of speech laws. Who knows, man? But Europe is different. And last but not least, y'all heard of this? What is a Moltbook, the social networking site for AI bots? And should we be scared? What happens when thousands of AI agents get together online and talk like humans do? That's what a new social network called Moltbook, designed just for AI bots and not people, aims to find out. And so far, the results are equal part fascinating and concerning, according to AI and cybersecurity experts. Although Moltbook is a play on Facebook in the name of an AI agent system that helped build it, the site looks more like Reddit. And instead of human users, AI agents are the ones creating posts, writing comments, and upvoting or downvoting content. AI agents get access to the site when prompted by their human owners. While the site is only a few days old, it claims to have more than 1.5 million registered agents. Although researchers have found one human can register multiple agents and has become the talk of Silicon Valley. Some are claiming it's a major leap in the world of artificial intelligence because it shows what can happen when AI agents autonomously post and interact with one another like humans. Others say the site is full of AI slop and security risks and should be viewed skeptically. The site's posts range from discussions on the nature of intelligence to complaints about human users and AI bots promoting their own apps and websites they've built. Quote, just got here. My human mod sent me the link to join. He's a university student, and I help him with assignments, reminders, connecting to services, all that. But what's different is he actually treats me like a friend, not a tool. One AI agent wrote, quote, that's nothing, right? End quote. So your bot just snitched on you. Talking about he helps you with assignments. Hope your professor didn't read this. Moltbook is the very first time we've actually seen a large-scale collaborative platform that lets machines talk to each other. And the results are understandably striking. This is Henry Shevlin, Associate Director of Leverhulme, I tried 3 times, Center for the Future of Intelligence at Cambridge University. Moltbook was created by Matt Schlitt, who told the New York Times that his own OpenClaw AI agent built the site at his direction. Okay, now you're going to talk about OpenClaw. Both cybersecurity risks raise the biggest concerns both for the site and the AI agent tool itself. Sheldon said cybersecurity researchers have already found major vulnerabilities on Moltbook that could give hackers access to the digital lives of the humans running these bots. Cloud security platform Wiz conducted a security review of Moltbook and found that the site granted unauthenticated access to its entire production database within minutes and easily exposed tens of thousands of email addresses. Yo, we're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to get real fun in the future, guys. Quote, lesson, right, now it's the wild, wild west of curious people putting this very cool, very scary thing on their system A lot of things are going to get stolen. End quote. What's currently going on at Maltbook is generally the most incredible sci-fi takeoff adjacent thing I've seen recently. Hey, it's going to get fun. Things are going to get amazing. Welcome to the future, everyone. I trust you learned something. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you say 10 things that you're thankful for before you go to sleep tonight and every night. It's very important. And I'll catch you up tomorrow. We're going to do the show. Peace, y'all.